Alright, can you go play, please?
Yeah, guys, can you go play, please? Oh. Okay, so I see you. Oh, yep, there's me. Alright, so we're both on.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm bouncing the camera around.
It's okay. Alright. You're so invested.
What?
One of my audience members is just looking particularly invested in how the live show is working.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do you want to start now or wait a little bit?
It don't matter. We can start now if you want.
Okay, so do we want to like discuss them, like bounce the questions back between both of them at the same time, or like do air fire like the questions with that and then ask the same questions with Queen's Shadow?
Don't matter to me. Whatever you're up for.
All right. Yeah, I have like questions. But we could like do them separately in case some people haven't read Queen of Shadows, so that there's no spoilers. I forgot my annotated copy, so it's a little bit different, but
I don't have my books with me.
Yeah.
So.
Run into the store. You need anything?
No.
What? What are you doing?
Say hi.
Hi.
Poor man.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'm only on page 300 of Queen of Shadows, so I just watched him walk in on here. It's even funnier because Jared just texted me and said, "What if Dad walked in the middle of the live show?"
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's my dad.
That's perfect.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't actually talking. I was talking. Yeah. He wasn't poopy in his pants.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Logan. We couldn't find Logan. I'm like, I have a feeling he's all somewhere. So, but he did poop in his pants. I seen him a ball back in.
Oh, okay. I'll get him. The joys.
Yeah, so I'm on page 300 of Queen of Shadows. I haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a little bit behind myself, but it is going faster for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad that I forgot my annotated copy of Airfire, because that would have been so much handier. But I do have a copy. So I guess we'll just start with, in Airfire, like, who was your new favorite character that was introduced?
Lysandra.
Yeah.
I love her. Like, I hated her in the first book. I loved her by that book. I read that one part towards the end of the book. Yeah.
Logan is in the bathroom. Yeah, but is he gonna get poop all over the place?
Probably.
Okay.
Tell him to come here.
He had big balls of poop in his head.
Oh, this is what people want to hear about on a live show. Oh, goodness gracious. Hang on a second. I'll be right back.
I mean, all of our live shows have gone so smoothly before. We're bound to have some bloopers. How are you guys enjoying the show? I was pretty good.
Okay. Stay right here, right? Come over here. So people don't always see.
Oh, it's not on my channel. It's on Melissa's channel. Oh, she
All right,
just
go on,
snapped
go,
to use
Jack,
her name.
go, go, go on. Ow! You okay? Yeah. All right, out.
She's not gonna tell you. Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh, I just saw Busy.
I'll go food. Notice. I'll go food. All right, you gotta go.
Why?
Wait. Hey, go. Oh, let me clean you up. You can go. Hey, it's little.
Is he?
Here.
No, it's not. Exactly, ginger.
Ooh. All right, go.
Rude.
Right. Go. Go then. Ooh. Yeah, go.
Oh, there she is.
Goodness gracious, kids. Okay.
I feel your pain right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm basically babysitting 2 teenagers.
Oh. Anyway, so yeah, Lissandra's like my new favorite character.
Yeah.
I loved her at the end when she became her snow leopard form. I was like, yep, she's my spirit animal.
Yeah, I love her. She became one of my fast favorites, and I hated her in Assassin's Blade.
Yeah.
Which is like the same thing with Rowan. I really hated him the first time I read Air Fire. But then this time around, like with my annotating, I realized how much like I did like him.
Like I didn't like hate him. I kind of just liked him. I thought he was kind of an ass. But then he kind of got better as the book went on, and then I'm like, oh, he's such a sweetheart. He's just hides it.
Shadows, especially like when they had their reuniting scene, I was like, yeah, I like Rowan. He's pointing out that in a game I was playing, I chose Rowan as a sacrifice. But I would always choose Rhysand over Rowan.
Well, obs.
I'm not alone. Okay. Yes, also Dorian. So which parts of Air Fire were your favorite?
I think, let's see. Well, obviously the part where Lysandra turned all badass. But then I also really liked. What? No, go play. Go get him. Then I also really liked the part where Dorian kind of like saved himself.
Yeah.
And came out of the collar and stuff. I really liked that part. I felt bad for him though, because after he learned everything, but he fought and he was able to save himself. So
yeah, in my favorite part, probably like it took me a really long time to like Air Fire, but I really liked all of Aelin and Rowan's like adventuring around Wendelin and like their missions. I also liked her time in the kitchens. And I think that the final battle of her against the Volg princes was also pretty great because I think that she really came into herself too.
Yeah.
Like before she was like, she didn't really care and she didn't really have a lot of respect for herself because she didn't really think she was worth much. But after that battle, like she had that connection. And I think that was like the part that made me love that book.
Yeah, I think I was just talking about Queen of Shadows for some reason. And I'm like, no, we're supposed to be talking about Air of Fire.
Yeah, but that is also my favorite part in Queen of Shadows, and I'm excited to get to the Battle of the Glass Castle. That part was so good. So obviously the part that is like the most traumatizing in Air Fire is the part where Sorsha gets beheaded and Dorian gets the collar. So
yeah,
and Adian gets imprisoned.
Oh yeah, I teared up a little bit when Sorsha got beheaded and, Dorian got the collar. I was like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. Everything was going so great. And then that happened. And I'm like, oof. But also the part that I did like during that time was when everyone that was hiding in different places of the world that was from Terracin started like getting all this hope that Aelin was coming back, and like everyone was so happy and so hopeful that they all started spreading the word, and pretty soon it spread all across the continent. And
Yeah.
that part still gives me goosebumps. Like I have goosebumps just talking about that part.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what did you think about the ending of Heir of Fire?
So overall, I thought Heir of Fire, it was an okay book, and I thought it was just a lot of build-up of the story because, now you have to build up a whole new story from the original story. And so, I thought it was a good ending. It wasn't like the greatest ending, but it was fine. It was an okay book.
Yeah, I feel like the ending was definitely probably the most exciting part because it left like readers wanting to get into Queen of Shadows more.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I didn't like about it was like how long it took for me to get into it, because it's like she had to build a whole new story. Like books like Assassin's Blade and then the first two are like their own different thing, and then this was like a whole turning point. But so out of Queen of Shadows and Heir of Fire, which was your favorite?
Queen of Shadows.
Yeah. It's actually one of my favorites in the whole series, I would say. But I don't know. After like Heir of Fire, I feel like all of the books just keep getting progressively better. I don't know. I just love all of them equally. I don't think I could pick a favorite. So out of all the books we've read for the Maas-A-Thon so far, which is your favorite?
That's a tough one. I would say probably Queen of Shadows.
Mine's kind of a tie between Crown of Midnight and Queen of Shadows. I remember flying through Crown of Midnight, and I just like how everything is sort of self-realization, and the ending where Kael finds out who she is.
Yeah.
Is like, but I still think that Queen of Shadows would still beat out Crown of Midnight for me. But I don't know which book in the series would beat out Queen of Shadows because I don't know.
Yeah.
The last three books are really good.
Are they?
Yeah. Empire Storms would probably beat it out. Even there's just so much that happens in it. So I don't know. It's a tough one. Did you have any favorite quotes in Heir of Fire?
Not that I remember. I didn't write any down. I didn't think about it, I don't think. So I can't think of anything. Did you?
Well, there was one that I have seen on lots of fandom merch, and then when I saw it in the book, I tabbed it, and then I realized I didn't have my annotated copy with me, so I just looked it up, and it's like when Dorian says to Kael that you can't pick and choose which parts of her to love.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a good quote.
And then also the iconic one of going to rattle the stars.
Yeah.
That's like probably my favorite quote in the whole series. Do you have any predictions for the next books in the series?
Not really. I think Adian and Lysandra should get together. They seem like they like each other.
Yeah.
But
not
nothing.
Think about them like as people that works together. But I can't wait to see more of Lysandra because I really like her character.
Oh yeah, I really like her character.
She did such a 180. And when I actually read the part in Queen of Shadows where Evangeline was telling Aelin about all the things that Lysandra has gone through, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like, wow. What did you like best about Heir of Fire?
I think what I liked best about it was that Selena, you got to see a lot of Selena's growth and her going through and discovering her power and what she's capable of and like learning to control it. I really enjoyed seeing how she progressed throughout that book. It was a little slow and a little boring, but I really enjoyed seeing her character grow. And she kind of like grew into the queen that she is. I mean, you could see her mature a lot more through that book.
I feel like she was going through a lot at the time. Like she had given up, but like throughout Airfire, you just see her regaining her hope and like realizing who she is. And like one of my favorite parts was like when I think Emrys or Luca and then Rowan, they're just watching her train with her magic on her own, and like everyone's like, never seen anyone train like that before. And like that's when everyone realizes that like she's back. So what was your least favorite part about the book?
I guess I don't know, like probably just the slow and boringness of it. It didn't seem like it picked up pace until the end of the book. So I don't know.
Yeah, that I would say, and also the fact that the whole book is building towards something that we know is going to destroy our characters. It's like this evil is brewing, and it's good to watch them fight with each other, but it's like also knowing that this is going to be like a whole string of hardships for them. And another thing I really didn't like is how mean Rowan was at first. He was so
he was complete
cruel.
Yeah,
he was so mean, and I was like, oh my gosh. And also the ending with the king and Dorian and Kale and Sorsha.
Yeah, that one I was like, no.
Yeah, also backtracking. Another thing I liked is seeing Manon's growth. I did not like her the first time I read the book. I actually was skimming her chapters the first time I read. But I think this happened in Airfire where she saved Petra when her wyvern fell.
Yeah, I think that was an Airfire.
Yeah, that part is just, it makes you realize that like Manon is not, or Manon is not wyvern.
No. Wyvern.
Yeah. One of my audience members just argued with me about how to pronounce it. No. But yeah, that part, I think for sure that we realized that Manon was not like, she was made to be mean, but she isn't actually deep down.
I didn't really like her in Airfire. I'll be honest. I did not like her character, and I really got bored with her her chapters.
Yeah,
the shadows is where I really was like, okay, I'm liking this girl a little bit better. I think she grew more in that book.
That's how I was like. Now that I'm rereading, I took the time to go through her chapters and annotate them, and like I'm starting to realize that there were hints that she was about to become better. Just like it's just the little things about her that you realize that but there are some points where I was like, oh my gosh, she's so mean. Like she's still kind of careless, but I just have to remember that she was made to be that way, and that's not who she actually is. So I think that she's a really interesting character. I like her a lot too, just because I know that there's something about her that's different. Which I guess is just the Sarah J. Maas girls. She makes them so much more interesting. So we kind of already covered this, but which characters in the book or in Airfire were your favorites?
In Airfire, I would say Selena definitely, and then Dorian. I kind of was getting annoyed with Kale a little bit.
Yep.
He kind of turned into a little bit of an ass. I don't hate him. I just think he like was so dead set on Selena being one person when he didn't realize she has like multiple, like she's more than one person. And yeah, he just kind of was prejudiced towards her,
Yeah, like
and almost racist in a way.
mhm. Yeah,
Because, he's so against her being Faye.
Mhm.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got that part. Like, I definitely liked Selena, and I definitely liked,
Oh, and Saoirse. I did like Saoirse.
yeah, I liked her too. So I didn't actually like Aiden at first.
No, I didn't like
He
Aiden
kind
at
of rubbed
first
me the
either.
wrong way at first, but
Yeah.
he did grow on me once I realized how dedicated he was to Aelin. But yeah, Kale, I don't like the turn he's taking. In Air Fire, he was like meh, because even I feel like he was discriminating not even against just Aelin being Fae, but also just anyone with magic.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, oh, they have magic. That's not cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like what Dorian said, you can't pick and choose which parts to love and to accept because, like, he's just so controlling that he wants people to be the way that he sees them.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to accept change, really. And he lashes out about it. So definitely, yeah, discrimination. So yeah. So which characters were your least favorite?
Kale.
Gale, yeah. Maeve.
Adian. At least in that book. I started well, okay, so when I first started learning about Adian and Airfire, I kinda got this really weird, creepy vibe that he was after his cousin.
I still think that.
Like, I'm like, that's creepy. You guys are family. Like,
yeah. I actually didn't start to like Adian until the very end of Airfire. But in Queen of Shadows, like at the end when I realized he was getting captured, and in Queen of Shadows where he was like trying to kill himself so that Aelin wouldn't risk herself to save him.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot more, but I still get the vibe that he wants Aelin in a way that isn't appropriate.
I've been asleep for like 20 minutes. He's curled up in his pullover blanket on me, so I just fell asleep. He's laying on the couch with Mom now.
Okay, that's good. See you tomorrow. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, I definitely do think that Adian probably has the wrong intentions with Aelin. Because I mean, she was his only companion growing up, but it's still wrong and pretty weird. So Maeve is another one of my least favorite characters.
Oh yeah, Maeve. Yeah, she's
the king, obviously. Vernon.
Oh, Vernon
I don't think Vernon comes until Queen of Shadows, but
yeah, I don't think he does. Hey, dude. Feel better? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going.
I'm discussing a book.
I'm going.
You can come up here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No. I'm going.
Hmm?
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going, Mommy.
I'm discussing a book. Will you be quiet?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm joyful.
Kids for you.
Yeah.
If you could meet one character, who would you meet?
Yeah.
Lysandra.
Yeah.
I would love to hang out with her for a day. I think she would just be so much fun to hang out with, and just I don't know. She would be fun. She'd be a card character.
Yeah, I think that it would either be her just because her shapeshifter abilities, but also slash Aelin because she's just so sassy and like she seems like a very universal person. Like she can really get along with anyone if she wanted to.
Oh yeah.
But also Dorian just because he's so like sweet and
sweet and kind. And
But
he's into books. No. I think Dorian would be a good pick. Would you like to sit up here? No. If you could visit the world with if you could visit the Aurelia, which place in the world would you visit? Like on the map?
Yeah.
Terracin, probably. Somewhere in Terracin, I would think.
Yeah. I would probably say Terracin too. Just because everyone else seems to be like really hot. I don't know. I would also kind of like to say Eelway though, or the Western Ways, just because I would like to see like the kingdom that the witches are fighting to get back.
Oh yeah.
And also, I would like to see Nehemia's kingdom, but ultimately Terracin seems like a pretty place.
Yeah.
If you could hear the story from another point of view, who would you choose? This is kind of difficult because there is multiple perspectives, but like from the main perspective.
So for air fire, I would say maybe some more of Dorian's and Rowan's point of views.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be nice to kind of dig into their point of views a little bit more.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rowan too, just because, like, I feel like we don't know that much about him.
Yeah,
I think it would be cool to gain more information from his point of view and his life.
Yeah.
Did the end of Air of Fire leave you with any questions?
Well, yeah, a lot of questions, but some of that was answered in Queen of Shadows.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, like, what's gonna happen to Dorian and Ian and all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any more questions for Air of Fire before we move on to Queen of Shadows?
I don't think so.
Okay, now I get to do it all again with Queen of Shadows.
Oh, awesome.
So, who is your new favorite character introduced in Queen of Shadows?
Yeah.
Lysandra. I keep saying Lysandra, but I keep thinking that she was introduced in Air of Fire, and I'm like,
I know, I thought that too, and I always get these two mixed up the most because they're literally back to back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lysandra.
Lysandra, and then what's the other girl that has witch blood apparently, or her mom's a witch or something?
Yeah, Elite. I literally just
yeah.
underlined that part where I found out her blood ran.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elite for sure, and Lysandra obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm actually liking Manon a lot more in Queen of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's starting to grow more as a character in that book.
Yeah.
You start to see like more of her sensitive side come out.
Because it's like she herself is starting to realize that she doesn't have to be mean, that she was manipulated into being a cruel person.
Like she's felt it all along, but she just had been hiding it because of how cruel her grandmother is.
Yeah, like she always stamped it down because she knew that kindness was weakness with her clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which parts of Queen of Shadows were your favorite?
Boy, there was so much in that book. I would say one of my favorite parts is when Lysandra shapeshifts for the first time into that ghost leopard, and she goes like that shit crazy on all those soldiers and just like tears them a new one.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, one of my first favorite parts is where Aelin breaks Adian out of the glass castle on Dorian's birthday.
Oh yeah.
That whole scene was just so good. I think her whole entire plan, she did it so well. Like she was such a good actress. The way she pulled it all off with the dancers and then getting rid of the word marks and breaking Adian out.
Yeah.
And then yeah, definitely the Battle of the Glass Castle was like, wow.
Well, that was pretty much epic. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, so much was happening.
mhm.
And yeah, Lysandra turning into a ghost leopard right after she I remember reading somewhere where Aelin was like, do me a favor and never turn into a ghost leopard. Those things are nasty. They scare me. And she turns into a ghost leopard as like one of her favorite forms. It's great.
I also like where they also like Aelin tricked Lorcan into like going into the tunnels and stuff. I'm like, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, and killing all those Valkyries. Yeah, I think I'm literally just about to get to that part. What was one? What did you think about the ending of Queen of Shadows?
What was that?
What did you think about the ending of Queen of Shadows?
I thought it was really good. I like how it ended. It
welcome home.
Yeah, but I think it ended at a good part because she needs to go home to her kingdom, and I mean, you're already on what, book 4, and there's only
She's
like
just now making it.
Yeah, so
but I
it
mean,
was
I guess I can
but I
appreciate
think it was
that
time.
too. It's like her whole entire journey to finally get this thing, and yeah.
Yeah.
We already asked what did you like the least about the story?
I can't think of anything. My brain just drew a blank.
Thank you. One of my least favorite parts is where the experimenting on the witches.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh, that is like
the first time I read that book, I almost had it put down. It was bad.
Yeah.
I think that this is the book. I don't remember how in depth it goes, but I think this was the book where it gets really graphic and it's bad.
Yeah.
And I remember reading it for the first time and like being like, "Oh my gosh!" And then also the part where Kale gets injured. I can't. My brain is still a little bit fuzzy on how that happens, but I remember that he does get injured. I think Kale gets injured at the end of this book, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because remember he fights the king, but then Aelin puts the Eye of Elena in his jacket pocket, and the king spares him, but he gets hurt in the process.
Yeah, I didn't realize how like much was left after the Battle of the Glass Castle. I just flipped to the back and it's like 540 pages and they're like battling with the king and Dorian. And I thought that happened at the very end, but I guess not because they have to travel back to Terrasen.
Yeah.
But Okay, if you could hear this story from another point of view, who would you choose?
Boy, this is a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to hear more of Lysandra, like more from Lysandra's point of view. But then I'd like to hear some of Nehemia's, or not Nehemia's, what's her name?
Eli?
What's the one that, the girl that was with Kale?
Nezrin,
that's it. I'd like to hear some of her point of view.
I literally almost said Urine, and I'm like, no, that's in Tower of Dawn. That's a whole different book. No, but yeah, I would like to hear from Lysandra, and also a weird perspective that I would like to hear from is the king. I think hearing from him through all this would be kind of interesting because we would gain a lot more insight, which is why I think that she didn't give us a point of view from the king because everything comes spilling out.
That would have been interesting because, he said it, you came to save me. And it's like, you're the bad person. Like, why would I save you?
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I totally forgot all that happened with the king. What? I guess I read through the Battle of the Glass Castle the first time so fast that I kind of forgot what happened.
Well, you remember when they're on the bridge, and Dorian's fighting Selena, and she's begging him to remember, and then the king shows up, and
I was just reading that part, and I can't remember what happened with the king.
I forget how it happened, but somehow, like, I don't know.
Does he die?
Yeah, he dies.
Okay, I just want to be like really spoiler and be like, yeah, like when the king died.
Yeah. But people knows this is going to be spoilery. It's for our discussion, so.
Yeah, I just didn't know that if it happened now or later. So doesn't Dorian escape though?
Yeah, he does. Remember, she puts that ring from who was it? Gavin. That is supposed to fight off the Vogue prince.
Yeah, I was just having a hard time like remembering how Dorian escapes if he's supposed to be ruling the king. I can't remember if anyone took over or not.
I don't know.
But yeah, that was all my questions because the other ones we already answered because they were ones about both books together. So I am fresh out of questions. Oh, yep, I'm at that part. I can't wait to read this battle scene again. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, I am out of questions.
I got nothing else neither.
Do you guys have any questions? No. Any questions? About what? The books. Yeah, they're good. I've been telling you to read them for how long now? Brother. Okay, so is there anything else we need to discuss? Oh, so for the next live show, do we just want to do like the Empire of Storms, Tower Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash at the end of August?
Yeah, let's just shoot for that, because that will give me time to try to get them all done. And then that way we don't have to try to squeeze in another live show here in like in a week or 2 weeks or whatnot.
Yeah, the audiobooks have been going a lot faster for me. I just started Queen of Shadows the other day, and I'm on page 300. So I started my reading schedule back up, and that's helping a lot with my reading. Like, the next vlog I'm about to put up is going to be so long because there's so much footage, and I'm not going to be able to cut it down enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like long vlogs anyway, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a really long one. There's so much footage.
Yeah.
And I'm not even done vlogging yet. So, but yeah, that sounds good. The last weekend of August. To do all three, I think that I can get it done by then. If I go according to plan, I should be finished with Kingdom of Ash fairly early in August. It would be like the third week of August, I would finish it. So,
You're thinking the 31st of August? To do the live show?
The last Saturday of August. I haven't checked a calendar, but
yeah, that would be the 31st, the last Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be great. That gives us more than enough time, which is good because the first time I read Kingdom of Ash, it took me actually it did not take me that long because I was flying through it, but it's definitely a really dense book.
Yeah.
and it is kind of hard to get into because there's so many different perspectives. But it'll be great. Anybody else have anything to add? Noodles. What about you?
I don't think so.
No comment. Okay. So yeah.
So I guess that's all we have.
Yep, for this live show until the next one. I think that the Avatar books are going to go much faster.
Yeah. I cannot wait to reread them.
Me either. I've been dying to. There have been so many times where I've just wanted to pick up A Court of Mist and Fury or A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I didn't because I'm like, you're going to get to reread these in the fall. So I didn't. So that is you.
What?
Noodles.
Oh, my
That's definitely my brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't care.
I know it's not Breezy. I should be laughing up a storm right now. It's you. So, yeah, that's all for now. And then
All right.
until August 31st.
Sound good.
Hopefully, as long as everything's scheduled properly, it'll be August
Exactly.
31st.
Exactly.
We might have to bump it up. It just depends on when we have internet access. You know my struggles just as well as I do. What are you talking about?